I hate to break it to you, but if you're a frequent traveler, there are some places you need to cross off your bucket list for good. Blame it on the red tape or the sheer exclusivity of going to these spots, but do you know that taking just one step in some of these areas could actually cost you your life? Here's your exclusive travel guide to the 10 forbidden places you're not allowed to visit. What's up, Factnetics? Welcome to Discovery Amuse, serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Stay with us till the end of our virtual tour because our #1 pick is a major wanderlust killer. Let's get this show on the road. Number 10, North Sentinel Island. Our first stop is this small island in the Bay of Bengal that's home to one of the world's most reclusive inhabitants. The North Sentinel Island in India gained international notoriety when an American tourist who illegally entered it met his untimely death. The Sentinelese, an indigenous tribal people who remain virtually untouched by modern civilization, are known to have violently rejected any contact with the outside world, violently being the operative word. You see, in January of 2006, 2 fishermen who were fishing in prohibited waters were killed by the Sentinelese when they drifted too close to the island. 12 years later, John Allen Chow, a 26-year-old U.S. missionary who wanted to preach Christianity to the Sentinelese, was killed during his trip to the restricted island. Both the fishermen's and Chow's cases were treated as murder, but the tribesmen were never charged because they're practically untouchable as far as the Indian authorities are concerned. Keep your seatbelts fastened because our top 1 destination might as well be the gateway to hell. Number 9, Surtsey Island. In November of 1963, a volcanic eruption took place in the southernmost point of Iceland. 4 years later, an island the size of 1 square mile was formed and was called Surtsey, named after a giant from Norse mythology. Since the island is a perfect example of the birth of a whole new ecosystem, it aroused interest among the scientific community. But nowadays, only a few scientists are permitted to land on Surtsey. The only way anyone else can see it closely is from a small plane. This is to ensure the natural ecological succession in the island to proceed without outside interference. Number 8, Grenada Island. Imagine an island that's covered in poison. That might be the perfect headline for the travel brochure of this island, if it ever had one. The British government bought Grenada Island in 1942 to serve as a testing site for biological warfare bombs, particularly the Siberian plague, more popularly known as anthrax. Numerous experiments on the island later polluted the territory with deadly anthrax spores, causing death in 95% of cases. Until 1980, Grenada Island had been considered one of the most dangerous places in the world. It was only in 1986 when scientists started cleaning it, and in 1990, it was finally declared safe when sheep were able to graze safely. Nevertheless, no one has ever dared to resettle there despite having the heirs of the original owners buying it back. Number 7, Poveglia Island. Dubbed as Italy's most haunted island, Poveglia served as the final resting place of thousands of diseased and mentally ill people. During the 14th century, at the height of the bubonic plague, the Romans exiled many of its sick residents to Poveglia. The corpses were burned in giant pyres in order to stop the disease from spreading, but the historical horrors of this place don't end there. In 1922, a mental facility was established in the area where a mad doctor was believed to perform crazy experiments on patients. He eventually committed suicide after being haunted by the tortured souls. One thing's for sure, if you're into ghost hunting, Poveglia won't disappoint. Number 6, Vatican Apostolic Archive. Whether you're a devout Catholic or a history buff, going inside this chamber filled with 12 centuries worth of documents would definitely have you acting like a kid in a candy store. Unfortunately, Unless you're a scholar who's at least 75 years old and holding a special permit, then you can kiss goodbye your dreams of seeing some of the Catholic Church's most sacred treasures in person. Some of the standout items in this highly exclusive library include a letter from Mary Queen of Scots before her execution, the excommunication documents of Martin Luther, who sparked Protestantism, and the minutes of the trials against the Knights Templar. I'm not drooling, you are! Number 5. The Queen of England's bedroom. It goes without saying that you shouldn't go barging into anyone's bedroom uninvited.
This is my private area, my place of sin.
But a British intruder named Michael Fagan didn't just enter any commoner's bedroom, he infiltrated no less than Her Majesty the Queen of England's room. On July 9, 1982, the Queen found 31-year-old Michael Fagan sitting on her bed, dressed in a dirty t-shirt, jeans, and holding a broken ashtray dripping with blood. When the Queen asked the palace switchboard operator on the phone to call the police never responded. She then summoned the chambermaid, but no one responded to that either. She called the switchboard a second time, but to no avail. Meanwhile, the Queen talked to Fagan, who was planning to commit suicide inside her bedroom. Fortunately, he changed his mind. 10 minutes into the ordeal, a chambermaid entered and saw the unbelievable scene. Luckily, she was able to get help and palace guards seized Fagan. Just like a scene from a B-rated action movie, the police arrived 12 minutes after the Queen's initial call. Then Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher later apologized for what was eventually known as one of the 20th century's worst royal security breaches. Number 4. Doomsday Vault. Imagine what would happen if we ran out of natural resources because of a natural disaster, a third world war, or perhaps a zombie apocalypse. Good thing we have the Svalbard Global Seed Vault in Norway to the rescue. Think of it as a huge safety deposit box that holds the world's largest collection of agricultural biodiversity. How large, you ask? Just over 930,000 varieties of food crops from all over the world. No biggie. Unfortunately, the permafrost in the area is not really suitable for casual tourists, and authorized people are the only ones who can visit the vault. Well, in case World War Z happened in the not-so-distant future, we're assured that the Doomsday Vault will be there to save us from death and hunger. Number 3. Area 51. No list of forbidden places would be complete without mentioning the notorious Area 51. Don't even attempt to enter the gates of this highly classified base because security cams inside the area see every angle. Some people even claim that sensors are embedded on the dusty, unmarked road leading to the area. What exactly goes on inside Area 51 is one of the military's best-kept secrets, which has led to all those rumors and conspiracy theories that actual aliens are tucked away inside. It has also been accused of being the set location of the filming of the 1969 moon landing, which of course has been debunked numerous times already, along with the Earth being flat. Wait, what? Number 2. Room 39. Room 39 in North Korea may sound like the title of a suspense novel, and it might as well be if speculations about its existence is true. Located in the nation's capital, Pyongyang, Room 39 belongs to a secret government organization that is known for performing illegal operations. Some evidence points to this area as a venue for illicit schemes, document forgery, counterfeiting, drug production, and other things that are far too dangerous to mention. Especially because we want to keep this channel alive. Although the seclusion of the North Korean state makes it difficult to verify this kind of information, many claim that Room 39 has been critical to the Kim family's continued power, enabling them to buy political support and fund North Korea's alleged nuclear program. Before we go to our number 1 pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content. And of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app settings. Number 1. Snake Island. Located about 90 miles off the coast of Sao Paulo in Brazil, the Ilha de Queimada Grande looks just like heaven on earth at first sight, but going there might send you knocking on heaven's door instead. The island's terrain ranges from bare rock to rainforest, but it is the only home of the critically endangered yet highly venomous golden lancehead pit viper. One bite can dissolve muscle tissue and cause intense pain, vomiting, blood blisters, and death. The snakes became trapped on the island when rising sea levels covered up the path that connected it to the mainland. It was believed that there were about 430,000 snakes in Queimada Grande. Some say that you can find one snake per square meter. The last time people inhabited the island was way back in the late 20s, so get too close and you'd be history. So, which of these places gave you the creeps? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? Because you can't go to these places we just featured, here are some alternative destinations for you. Check out our countdown of the 10 most amazing abandoned places. Till then, stay curious, Factnetics, and see you in the next video.